Hey, what is up? Welcome back to Project Freelance. This week we're going to be talking about another rocket launch that I just got to shoot, how I got to do that, and how you can actually get involved. Welcome to the show. This is a podcast all about freelancing. I'm your host, Kay Anagonio. JustTheLetterK.com is the website. Let's jump into it. Welcome to Project Freelance. Happy Monday. I know it has been quite a while since I've done an episode. That's because I have literally been going nonstop. I went on tour for 6 weeks with the Emo Orchestra and Escape the Fate. It's this amazing tour. Where the concept is basically we get a band and a full orchestra to go on tour together, and they play some of their own original music and emo bangers from back in the day. It's an amazing, beautiful experience, and it's really hard for me to photograph and film every night, actually, because it's such a good show. It's just, I just want to watch the show. I just want to enjoy the show, but I do my job. You know, that's what we do. We do our job. But that's not what this episode is about. But anyway, I'm just telling you that to preface what I'm about to tell you. So I was on the road for 6 weeks. The last week of the tour, I got a phone call from Interstellar Gateway, from Joey at Interstellar Gateway. And he said, hey, Elon just dropped the date for IFT-4. It's June 5th, which is my birthday. Do you want to go down to Texas and shoot this rocket launch? And this would be my third rocket launch, my second Starbase launch, my second Starship launch at Starbase. And do you want to go? I said, absolutely, I'll be there. Just tell me what the dates are that you need me there, and I'll make it happen. So we went out to Starbase literally 4 days after I got home from a 6-week tour. So that's actually insane that I did that. But, you know, we do it for the love of space stuff, space travel. The future of humanity lies in the stars. Very exciting. So booked my flights for the 2nd to the 6th, and then the launch got slid to the 6th, so I had to readjust my flights. That was a whole situation in itself, but we ended up making it work. So I flew out there on the 3rd, and my flights were delayed all day, and the reason I ended up flying the 3rd is because we knew the 4th we needed the whole day to set up, and the 5th the whole day to also set up and get shots, and then the 6th was the launch, and then leave the 7th, basically go home, start editing. That was the plan. So first of all, we get there on the 3rd. Huge, massive shout out to Star B&B. If you are going down for a Starship launch, or if you're going down to Boca Chica, Brownsville, or South Padre area, and you want to stay in Port Isabel, hit up my dude Ryan at Star B&B. You can find them on Instagram, starbnb_IO. They have a few properties in Port Isabel that you can rent out, and you can have an amazing view of the launches, unless we rent it out before you. Sorry, because sometimes we want to catch a launch. And yeah, so we got a different Airbnb because Ryan's spot was booked up. So we got one that was still on Port Isabel, the same street, same view, just a couple houses down, basically. And stayed there with Ryan, his girlfriend Amanda, Joey, and Joey's wife Diamond. And it was amazing. It was an amazing time. So on the 3rd, we got in. On the 4th, I got in at like 2 a.m., by the way. So I was exhausted by the time we got up at 7 to get out the door by 8. So all day. Also, I'm going to tell you guys how I got this gig, by the way. But first, I'm just going to tell you the rundown of the situation. So all day, the 4th, we went out there and we filmed a bunch of stuff. And something that was really cool was that Diamond was actually shooting behind the scenes for us, for me and Joey and me. And it was amazing because I never have any footage of myself doing my job, because it's usually just a one-man show type of deal. I don't usually bring like a BTS shooter. I try to, but sometimes budget doesn't allow for it. This time, however, amazing. So I've been going through a bunch of stills from the video footage of Joey and I working, setting up, and it's mostly just us smiling, laughing, having a good time, just enjoying what we're doing. And it's so freaking cool to see these images and just how much fun we had and what an experience this was. So we shot video footage all day on the 4th, and set up our GoPros. And if you haven't seen the photos that we've taken, go follow myself and Interstellar Gateway on X or Instagram. You can see the photos there. Also, if you want to see the final video, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are like, where's the video footage of the launches? That is going to be over on Interstellar Gateway's YouTube channel and eventually a website that is being built out right now. So if you want to see that stuff in the future, definitely go subscribe to that YouTube channel. Follow us on X so you stay up to date with the updates. And so the 5th was my birthday, and we spent 8 hours out at the launch pad planting our gear. We had 10 GoPros. 2 of them were 360 cameras that did not work or might have worked, but like we don't really know. We actually sent the footage or the files off to GoPro. They're going to see what they can do, and we offered them a license to use the footage as long as they can like obtain the footage. So that was like our offer to them, like, hey, if you guys want some freaking rocket footage, here you go. But you got to figure out how to fix it because it's fucked. So hopefully GoPro can fix that footage and get that to us, because 360 footage would be really sick of the rocket taking off and going over the Gulf of Mexico. So we dug this. Like, I don't know how much I want to say about our setup because like it's kind of insane, but I'm just going to go over it because we do have all the behind the scenes footage, so you'll see it eventually. So essentially what we did, we took GoPros. We had 3 12s and the rest were 11s. GoPro Hero model number, so we had those, and Joey had found these housings. So the main problem with GoPro is that the batteries cause them to overheat and die very quickly, and it's like 115 degrees direct sunlight at the launch pad at Starbase in Texas. So mind you, we're out there for 3 days straight in 115 degree weather, direct sunlight, no shade, no bathrooms. By the way, if you got to go pee at Starbase, you have to leave Starbase and drive 35 minutes to a gas station and then 35 minutes back to Starbase. It's insane. They should just put a bathroom out there for the public. Or not. I don't know. Whatever. That's just my one qual. A bathroom would be sick. So basically, so Joey found these housings that have built-in fans. They're 3D printed. Let me grab one. I can just show you footage of one. These housings are 3D printed, and they have built-in fans with a power cable. So you stick the GoPro in the housing, and then what we did was we put all the GoPros on mini tripods, and we buried them underground. And the way we buried them was like kind of like an anchor shape, not just straight down. We like anchored them so they were like down and then up, and that's the method we found that worked kind of the best to keep them underground. And next to them, we we buried Anchor power banks. Yo, shout out to Anchor. Like, yo, if you guys are looking for somebody to sponsor, Interstellar Gateway would love to work with you guys, because your power banks kept our GoPros running for literally hours, and all of them were only at 70%, had 70% remaining juice by the time we were done. So these Anchor power banks, we buried them underground and plugged the cable to the housing into them, and then we super glued power cables into the GoPros because we were afraid they would like come undone or something, and then we would lose the footage because the GoPro would have no power. But the Anchor boxes were able to keep the fans running until noon the following day. So we put them out there at like 2 p.m., between 2 p.m. and like 5 p.m. on the 5th, the day before the launch. The fans kept running until we unplugged them the following day at like noon or 1 p.m. when we got back out there after the launch. So the fans survived the launch, the fans survived the launch and kept running even despite all the elements, the actual rocket, all of everything. So huge shout out to Anchor for keeping those things running. Huge shout out to the people that make those housings with the fans. Like, you saved our asses for real. And what we want to know from GoPro, hey GoPro, do you guys have, if we send you an SD card, can you guys tell us the temperature that was like taking place during the recordings, because we want to know what the temperature was of the GoPro whenever the rocket launch was actually happening. So if you guys can actually pull that information, that data, I know you have to be able to somehow. If you guys can pull that data and send it to us, we would love to know what it says. So give me 2 seconds. I'm actually going to grab one of the GoPros. Okay, so I just wanted to grab some of the gear so I could show you guys. So these are the housings. They're made by Camcooler. So camcooler.com. Here is one of the housings. So it's 3D printed. It's like hard plastic. Did not melt, by the way. The fans kept running. Obviously, it's a bit messed up on the back. But yeah, there's the power cord. And also, I want to shout out Anchor once again. These are the power banks we used. I don't know which one. This is the Anchor 347 power bank. But look at this. If I turn this on, you can see that there's still power. There's still battery life in this Anchor despite being on for, 15 hours or whatever it was. But the crazy thing that I want to show you guys is one of the GoPros that we recovered. So this is a GoPro Hero 12 Black. It literally made concrete. Sand, water, heat makes concrete. And so this GoPro is dusted. I wonder if it turns on. I should probably check it. That would be crazy. Let's check it together, actually. Let me grab a GoPro battery real quick. We're just doing this all live right now. Also, if you're just listening to this podcast on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, you should go to the Project Freelance YouTube channel so you can see the video footage, by the way. Let's do the test live on camera. So we wanted to see if GoPros were rocket proof, right? And turns out that they pretty much are. I just got to see if I can get this battery port open. Yikes. All right, let's see if this thing turns on. It's cracked, like the back of, I just saw the red dots. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's test this together. Dude, that is freaking impressive, GoPro. Your GoPros are completely rocket proof. It says your GoPro turned off during the previous session because it was too hot. Yeah, I would say a rocket ship is hot, brother. But GoPro, congratulations. Your GoPros are rocket proof. It's official. Thank you, GoPro. Please send us more GoPros so that we can shoot some more launches. If they're trying to catch IFT-5, we're going to need like 20 GoPros, please. Thank you. You can email us. The email's down in the description. Appreciate you. So yeah, huge shout out to GoPro. You make a great product. I've always thought that. I've used GoPros for vlogging. I've used them for every extreme thing that I can think of. And turns out they are rocket proof, which is sick. Thank you, GoPro. But yeah, so we buried 10 GoPros around the launch pad on the public land. Obviously, they have a fenced off area. They have signs that say private property, do not cross, SpaceX. And so we put our GoPros outside that area in different areas around the launch pad so we could get different angles. We put some pretty far away, like half a mile out, and the shots are insane. They're absolutely insane. Like I said, I'm only going to show you a few pictures. If you want to see the actual video footage, we are working on a full-length video that will be up on the Interstellar Gateway YouTube channel and on Twitter, X. So definitely go subscribe to those channels, those pages, and stay tuned. Also on Instagram as well. All the links are down in the description if you are interested in giving us a follow. But it was amazing. And a lot of people on X were saying like, yo, like, how are you guys just going to come out of nowhere like this with these bangers? And it's because we did a lot of planning, a lot of troubleshooting. I have to give a lot of credit to Joey, my colleague, who is the brains behind this operation, and I am just a videographer that loves doing this shit, that loves capturing rocket launches, and I'm grateful for the opportunities. Joey knows all this. I've told him ad nauseum how grateful I am for these opportunities. Huge shout out to World of Engineering for sharing our posts on their X account. That has really boosted us a lot, so thank you. Also, huge shout out to those in the space community that went back to the launch pad on the 7th to pick up, on the 7th or the 6th after the launch to go pick up their gear and to go look for debris from Starship. Thank you for not stealing any of our stuff. That is massive. Like, that means the absolute world to us. There's been a bunch of photos floating around of like people like saying like, wow, this GoPro got cooked, with like a photo of one of our rigs, but they didn't take it, which is sick. So thank you guys. That means so much to us. Like, you have no idea how much it means to us that you did not take our stuff. So we recovered 9 of the 10 GoPros. One of them was very close to the property line and literally got sheared off the tripod. I kept the tripod. It got ripped off the threading and just sent into the stratosphere. So that being said, if anybody out at Starbase finds that GoPro, we will pay you $1,000 to return it to us. Literally, there's $1,000 bounty on that GoPro. If you do find it, you can hit up Interstellar Gateway on X. You can hit up myself. Our emails are down in the description. I had a great time out there. It was amazing. And so now comes to the part that you might have seen in the title of this. We are hiring. So we are building out a team of videographers and content creators. I hate that term, content creator. It's been floating around a lot in the wedding photography space. And we're all pretty upset about it because people are replacing videographers with content creators. We're not looking to shoot on iPhones, okay, people? We're professionals out here. But we are hiring. We are building out a team for future launches. So if you want to get involved with what Interstellar Gateway is doing, you can hit us up. The email is down in the description. Hit up Interstellar Gateway and CC me as well. Contact at justtheletterk.com. We would love to see your resume. We'd love to see some of your portfolio work. And we'd love to get you out to a couple launches if you're interested in capturing content. If you're into capturing and documenting what's going on at Starbase, we would love to have you a part of the team. So please reach out and we will be in touch. The last thing I want to say is just a massive thank you for checking out this podcast today. If you're into it, subscribe maybe. I used to do these every Monday, but I've been traveling so much that it's hard to keep up. So new episodes whenever I get to them. And if you want to be a guest on Project Freelance, if you are a freelance creator of any kind, whether it's you built your own business or you are a photographer, let me know. I'd love to have you. Email is down in the description once again. And I guess the last thing I'll say is how I got the job. I saw a post online and I applied for it, and turns out Joey is a badass and very smart and knowledgeable about the space community and has put a lot of work into this, and there's a lot of passion there. And if you're passionate about things, that is sick. So that's how I got the job. Super simple. And he likes my work and likes my work ethic, which is really important. And I'm a good hang. Like that's the thing, when you apply for this gig, if you're not a good hang, we're not going to keep you on. Where you're out of here. You got to be a good hang. That's a rule for tour. That's a rule for life in any work environment. If you're not a good hang, we don't want you around. But if you're into space stuff, that means you're probably a good hang and you're nerdy like us. So join the crew. Let's get it going. And if you're into cool music, I do have a band called Chasing Satellites. We write music about space and things. Also, huge shout out to Liquid Death. I ended up getting the Nixon watch for my birthday. This was my birthday gift to myself. Check it out. Look at that. So badass. I love it. It's beautiful. Liquid Death. Nixon, you guys make really good products. I am proud to wear this thing. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been another episode of Project Freelance. I hope you have a lovely week. Crush your work week and make some awesome stuff. Create things. Make photos. Don't take photos. Make them. Also, one more thing. Peter McKinnon. This message is for you and only you. I know that you're super into shooting on film right now. We have an idea for the next SpaceX rocket launch that we are filming. Please hit us up. We would like to bring you on the team for a rocket launch. So if you're into space stuff, my guy, I saw your solar eclipse photos with Red Bull. Very cool. But if you want to take on something a little bit more challenging, I know you like a challenge, Peter, hit us up at Interstellar Gateway. We would like to bring you on for a rocket launch. If you want to see if film cameras are rocket proof in the same way that GoPros are rocket proof, hit us up, Peter. All right. Please get this message to Peter somehow. Tag Peter McKinnon in the comments. All right. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Project Freelance. My name is Kay, just the letter K. I'll see you guys next time. Stay strong. Keep enduring. I hope you enjoyed. Peace.